Good Sunday afternoon, Victory Force Options training friends, fans, and followers. It's Sunday, March 1st, following Leap Day 2020. I'm not certain that has any real significance in life, but this weekend has certainly been unusual and a little unproductive. However, last week was both physically and emotionally exhausting, and I'm really okay with having an unusual and unproductive weekend. We've earned it. It's been a long time since I've done a video version of this blog, so I'm going to try this again without any second takes and without any practice, so let's get right to it. Start off with pro reading. While the weekend may have been unproductive, the week was not. I finally finished Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as If Your Life Depended on It by Chris Voss and Tal Raz. As I stated in prior installments, I struggled with this book, not because of the content, but I think because of the structure. As I've said before, this is a great book and definitely worth the read. I just had to step away from it pretty frequently. This is billed as a business book. However, I think this is really a book about communications. Since communications is so important to leadership, I really think this one is going on the recommended reading list. I also finished Leadership Strategy and Tactics by Commander Jocko Willink. This is now my go-to reference book for dealing with difficult leadership situations. I love this book and highly recommend it. You should get it and read it. And finally, I picked up a third book as a distraction and rushed right through it. The title of this one was Boyd, the Fighter Pilot Who Changed the Art of War. This was an unbelievable book. I was familiar with Colonel Boyd due to his concept of the OODA loop. However, I was way off on the time period that he developed that, and I was completely unaware of his other contributions to strategy and warfighting. If you like military history and/or biographies, I think you'll enjoy this. He was a very hard and difficult man, but his contributions are amazing. My lovely bride has recommended a new title. So this week I'll be starting Dare to Lead, Daring Greatly, and Rising Strong at Work by Breen Brown. I'll get back to you on this one once I get into it. In my other reading, I kept with Clive Cussler in my rotation, and as I got ready to fall asleep early last week, I downloaded a new title to my Kindle. I selected 0 Hour by Clive Cussler and Graham Brown. The next day, I got the news that Mr. Cussler had passed away at 88 years old. I was legitimately saddened by his loss. He authored over 80 books. He helped locate over 60 shipwreck sites with his National Underwater Marine, the NUMA, and that included the submarine, the Hunley. I'll feel his loss, but remember that he lives on in his works, many of which I have in my collection, and I'll just keep visiting his creations. Rest in peace, sir. Thank you for everything that you gave us. In other learning opportunities, I was off my schedule quite a bit for the past 2 weeks, so that meant substituting no gi jiu-jitsu classes for my normal gi classes. That actually led to a really nice learning opportunity because I got to practice a knee to belly to armbar transition that I've really struggled with. C and I continued our ballroom dancing classes on Friday nights. In the third and fourth classes, we moved from the waltz to the foxtrot. We had a lot of fun doing this. When we won't be continuing into the next 4-week block because we've got some travel, we'll be doing this again. And last Friday, I started facilitating the third session of the City of Pittsfield's Leadership Development Academy. We have a great group of students for this session. It's a very different composition from prior cohorts, but it's a very interesting mix, and I'm looking forward to working with them. On Monday, I participated in a planning session for a pilot program on training public safety supervisors in skills to assist their teams with resiliency. I think this project is going to be very successful, and I'm very happy to be in on it at the beginning. And at work on Thursday, we had an in-house supervisory roundtable meeting. This was a good one. The team stepped up in both their discussions and their exercise. I'm very proud of them. So what have we been doing for fun? Well, besides the ongoing dance classes and making regular appearances at jiu-jitsu, we had a couple cool opportunities this week. Last weekend was sunny and warm. It was beautiful. Sunday was a perfect day to get outside for a midwinter hike. We originally planned to take our pup and head out to Roaring Brook. However, while the day was warm and sunny, the trail was completely covered with a sheet of ice. We erred on the side of caution and diverted to a contingency plan and decided to go around the corner to St. Helena's Chapel and take a walk around the perimeter of their meditation meadow. That was a good call, and that was a nice afternoon out with the dog. We had a couple fun date nights and went out to a couple of locations that we don't normally include in our rotation, including Jay's at the Hilton Garden Inn on the Pittsfield Lenox Road. And on Friday night, we met some friends to celebrate the wife's birthday, and we did that with dinner at District and had a great night out. Friday afternoon at work, we had a visit from Officer Clarence from the Greenfield PD. Officer Clarence is the older brother of Officer Donut at the St. Bernard, and Officer Clarence and his handler, Lieutenant Gordon, came to visit us because it had been a rough week at work. And I made the call to have him and his partner handler come visit us for the staff, but I really think that I did it for me. It was a good way to end a difficult week. Well, that's probably more than enough for now. I'm well into the 4th page of this, and no one needs to read or hear all of that. However, it's been a while since I did this video, and I thought I should give that a shot again. So until next time, be safe, keep the faith, and do good work. Out.